Right, so what I'll be doing next is your posterior. So if it's okay, if you could face that way. That's it. Could you please put your fingers on your PSIS, is where the dimples in your back, where the skin goes inwards. It's very hard to find them. Yeah, your right side is more raised up. So it's sort of the same as your ASIS. That could explain a hip tilt, as I was talking about before. Don't worry, it'll be over soon. Right, so what I'll be checking is for your knee line. So if you could bend your legs a little bit so that I can see where the line is, then go straight. Thank you. Yeah, your knee lines are perfectly fine.
Okay.
They're not, because you can get your knee lines can be wonky and not where they're supposed to be.
All right.
So when you're bending your legs, your knees it's either your knees in a different position.
All right.
So that you're making a different type of crease.
Okay.
So it can end up in like a slant.
Okay.
But yours are fine, so it means that your knees are in the right place.
Oh, thank you.
We're supposed to be.
Thank you.
So what I'll be doing next is that I'll be checking for you for winged scapula. It's a big massive bone that are known as look like wings, because you can get right underneath your wing scapulas. So if I were you, could you put your arms behind your back, but don't force it, so don't tense up. So you're tensing up. So when you put your hand behind your back, just a slant a little bit, just so I can see. No, you haven't got winged scapula. That's a good sign. Right, so what I'll be checking next in your posterior is I'm going to check around your spine. There are 3 types of conditions to do with the spine. There is scoliosis, which is when your spine forms an S shape. You got kyphosis, which is your hunchback. So your spine curves over. Or you've got lordosis, is when, I know it sounds funny, but it's when your butt goes backwards. Oh, right. So you look like, like a way of like Nicki Minaj.
Or Kim Kardashian, yeah.
Kim Kardashian. So I feel, if you're alright, if I feel around your spine, is it over here where you have your slip disc? Do you have any pain?
This area here.
Does it have pain? Oh, good. No. So I can feel down.
That's why it's swelling there.
So what I'm doing is I'm trying to find your spine. So I'm just going to follow your spine down.
Feels weird.
It's because I'm touching your spine. I've got to find your spine. You're very hard to find your spine.
I'm sorry.
It's because you've got swelling up there. Let me slip this. Alright, I found it. Right, there it is. Right, all I can say, you haven't got scoliosis.
Oh, thank you.
So, oh, thank you, it's your body. So you haven't got scoliosis. Right, so the next bit is the lateral, which is where I look on your kyphosis, your lordosis, and your head thrust. So could you turn to the side?
What side?
So just to your side, that's it. Because this is the lateral position. Because anterior is when you're facing me, posterior is when you're looking away from me, and lateral is when you look onto the side. Because I can see either you've got a curvature for kyphosis, I can look for your lordosis, and I can look for your head thrust, is when the jawline goes forward.
Okay.
Right, so could you just be natural, not small bits, but don't force your posture, do your normal posture, that's it. Right, you haven't got head thrust because your head doesn't go forward.
Okay.
So that's good, because that would be a problem with your upper spine, your cervical part of the spine. So you have the head thrust. Right, I'm going to check for kyphosis. It's very hard to see if you got kyphosis because you have a slip disc and it's very swollen in that area. But to my eye, it looks like you have kyphosis because your back does sort of arch over a little bit. So, but as I see from your scapulars and also the middle of your spine, I can see you do slightly have a little bit of kyphosis.
Okay.
But not massively.
Nothing to worry about.
No, because you either got really bad when you're smarted over like that.
But it's my own fault anyway. Because when I was younger, I used to have a habit of leaning forward.